died on me. Wait, I need to reload this page so I can see so I can see if this is working. How long was I out for? How long was I out for? Hello. Oh man. Are y'all back? I don't know, refresh or something. Refresh or something. Wi-Fi died. My Wi-Fi died, guys. I was trying, you know, that first, I just remembered, there was something I wanted to do, which was, what is it? There was something I wanted to do. Real quick, wait. Just a minute. I wanted to see something. I need to save this. What were the commands again? I just got sidetracked. Are you guys back yet? Let me reload this page. I think you're back. I think we're all on. We're back online, and the stream is not dead. The Wi-Fi just completely died on me right now. I don't know if you guys are back yet. Just like, I don't know, say something in chat, like say pog or something. Don't say noodles, because that's only for when we hate ads, okay? You don't say noodles unless there's ads, because we hate ads. Unless I'm the one that's, like, doing the ad, because that'd be great, you know? Oh, hello there, 5 people. Okay, hi. The Wi-Fi just died on me. I don't know if you knew that. But I'm glad that you got here after that happened, because that means you won't get any interruption. And that'll be great. So yeah. What was I talking about before I noticed the 5 viewers? Right, my Wi-Fi died just for no reason. I don't even know what happened. All right, it's new Wi-Fi is the thing, right? So I don't quite know. Like, it's been pretty unpredictable these days, but that's been like both upstairs and downstairs, and I'm downstairs right now. Usually the downstairs tends to be more consistent in its provision of Wi-Fi, right? But I don't know, today it just died. It just died on me. Hello, AJ. Yes, I am back. I am glad that you're also back, because that means we can still, like, talk and stuff, through chat and stuff, you know? Why am I saying and stuff? I don't like that. You know, there's, like, a lot of little random things that just annoy me, like, things related to speech. Things related to, like, the way that I talk in conversation. It's just obnoxious to me, right? So, let's see. How am I gonna do this? I started using this one brush called Script for line art for some reason. Like, it's a little weird. I think I should be using the brush pen instead. Look. Because, like, it doesn't have, like, the... Because, like, it doesn't... I do want to invite you for a stream, you're right. On a Discord call. You're right, I should do that. We should do that, AJ. You should come on to stream. You should come onto the stream, you know. But not right now, because I did not plan for that. Even though I never plan, I did not plan for that today. So, yeah. I don't know. Let's see. I'm trying to, like, see how these work again. See how these brushes work again. I'm getting, like, sidetracked, okay? That's all that is. What am I doing? What am I doing, guys? So I was talking about how my teacher, she is not going to give my class today, which is why I have this free time. Because she has a medical appointment. So I just hope that that's, like, nothing serious, because she's a really nice teacher. I will let you know. I will let you know, AJ. She's a really nice teacher, and I like her. I like her a lot. So I just hope that she's okay, because she's cool. And her class is pretty neat. I don't know, I've only had, like, 5 classes with her? It's not a lot, but it's enough to say she's pretty good. So, how do I even draw anymore? Do you guys know how to draw? Because, yes, cool teachers are pog. Because I apparently don't seem to know how to draw right now. I seem to, like, whenever I start streaming, I just kind of forget how to draw, right? Draw. I'm still doing that weird thing where I can't pronounce words for reasons that I can't quite explain. Boop, boop. Does that work? I should probably use a reference. I should probably be using a reference. Dang. That sucks when the teacher's good, but the students don't like them. I'm glad you got along. I had a teacher that, I don't know if students didn't like. Yeah, I did have a teacher that some students didn't like that was generally nice. But, like, I understand why people wouldn't like her, because she could be a little bit, like, how do I put this? How do I put this in a way that doesn't sound awful? She could be a little, I don't know. I can't think of the word. Do I have to zoom in here? Is that it? She could be a little bit, how do I put this? Like, the thing is that she was, like, a very teacher-y teacher. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, she would always be, like, a little bit, like, I really don't know how to describe it. What? I don't quite know how to describe it. Like, she was, man, I really can't find the words. Yeah, no, the words don't come. She could be, like, a little bit, I guess, stuck up, it might be the word. Is that a word? Is that the word? Dang it. Okay. So, like, no, I really don't know. The thing is that I liked her, so I can't really remember. She could be a little uptight, I think. That might be it. That might be the word I'm looking for. Dang it. I did not mean to undo that. Oh, man. Okay. Now we're just gonna move on from that. Stop it. Bad. There we go. So I'm just gonna not talk about that anymore, because I don't remember the word at all. So anyway, let's talk about something else. I was talking about humor, right? So, yeah, this one show, The Book of Mormon, it's pretty funny, but it's also quite crass, because it criticizes an entire religion, and it's pretty ridiculous, right? And so, like, the thing about humor is that there's a very fine line between, like, you know, something being funny and then it just being, like, mockery, right? Like, even with, say, satirical humor, right? Satirical humor is all mockery, right? But, like, usually it's with some kind of intent, right? So, like, it can go from, like, mocking people that mock people, or mocking, like, political things, or, other ththings like that. I don't know. Satire is just weird like that, right? Like, for example, say, I guess The Onion. It's a satirical news site, which makes, like, ridiculous headlines, and some people believe them, you know, and I think that's the biggest joke. Like, the biggest intent of the site, the biggest joke, is for when someone sees an Onion article, they don't read it or anything, they don't see the source, and then they share it, you know? And then they share it as if it were legitimate news, right? That's what people on the internet call eating the onion. Or biting the onion. I'm not sure which one it is. One of those two. It's either way, it's quite silly. It's quite funny when it happens. You know? And that's when it happens, right? Not just if. Like, you know for a fact that it is bound to happen at some point, one way or another. Because The Onion, like, even if its news articles are ridiculous, they do look good, you know? Postilion. That's kind of like The Onion, but in Germany. That's pretty neat. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool name. I don't know what it means. You don't know why it's called that. I don't know what it means, so. Right. But anyway, I think that's really funny, right? Like, I also think it's kind of sad, you know, it kind of talks about, like, something society kind of sucks. But, I don't know, I think it's fun. I think it's pretty fun. Like, the articles themselves are quite fun. I made some hot chocolate with a little coffee, and I haven't had any of it in this whole stream. Wait. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's really good. Look, guys. Your hot chocolate, it's literally the chocolate, okay? If you have really good chocolate, you're gonna have really good hot chocolate. If you have not so great chocolate, you're gonna have decent hot chocolate, but it's not gonna be all that good. You know, it's just not gonna be great. For some reason, that seems to remind me of when I was talking, like, with someone that I know. Like, it turns out I recently, like, I was talking to him recently, and I found out he apparently has ADHD. So then it's like I'm like casually talking, and I'm like, I casually mention, you know, I don't know, I might have undiagnosed ADHD, right? And then we start talking, and then we just, like, do all of the freaking ADHD tropes. Like, the whole getting distracted, forgetting something mid-sentence, forgetting what we were talking about 5 minutes ago, and then also going all around a topic and then back to the original topic. You know, all of the tropes. You should get some hot cocoa, AJ. All of the stereotypes, you know? we just kind of just went over them. Or he went over them, because, again, I don't actually know if I have ADHD, right? I don't actually know. It could be something else. It could be nothing, right? But, some days it's just like, why am I all over the place? You know, I don't get it. I just don't get it. So, like, I don't know. I guess it depends on my environment right now. Like, some days it just feels like, ugh, I can never get anything done, blah, 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 you know? So I hope it's not ADHD, so it's not something I have to deal with my whole life. Though if it is, it would explain a lot of things, right? Right? Just, yeah. Autism vibes. You know, that's another thing that I've kind of considered, right? About, like, like you say, I give off autism vibes, right? That's another thing I've kind of considered, right? I don't know if it's like, if I would like I wouldn't know how to identify it, is the thing, because the thing is that, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I want to get, like, diagnosed, but I don't want it to be something I have to deal with my whole life. But, like, I feel like it would be a lot better to know whether or not it is. Because if I don't know, and it happens to be either ADHD or autism or both, because apparently that can happen, then it's just, you know, it's just gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm just a little quirky. I'm so quirky that it's not socially acceptable to neurotypical people. That's terrible. And so, like, you know, I don't know, AJ. I don't know, guys. They do pair up quite often. Oh boy, that'll be a fun discovery. Okay, one day we'll find out about that, but that'll be once I move out of the house, so I can like drive around, and then I'll just go get like a therapist or something. I don't know. I don't quite know how to figure that out. I do know a friend who who got a diagnosis, right? So maybe I could ask him for a little bit of advice on how to do that. Like, I know he got his parents' help, of course, but I mean, if he knows if he has any idea about the process, so that's great, right? But the thing about it is the fact that I never quite like saw the way he acted as, you know, like off at all, right? Which, I don't know. I don't know if that means anything. I don't know if that just means I'm, like, open or something. Or if it just means that, like, if I'm able to relate to the way that he acts, then that means, like, you know, I can at least act like that sometimes. You get what I mean, AJ? I definitely need to get diagnosed. So, like, yeah. I don't know. People just be like, neurodiverse people just be relatable. Oh, jeez. I don't know. I don't know though. I'm not like a medical professional or anything like that. Though, like, in psychology, I do have a general idea of, like, you know, what autism is and some of the symptoms, and ADHD, what the symptoms are, you know. Just a general concept, right? And then, of course, the internet has been like, yeah, this is kind of what this is like, yeah? So, then, dang it, this is too much push. Okay. OT, One Topic's video on Aspie memes. I think I did see that video. It's funny. Oh, man. It's too relatable. It's just like, you know, geez. You know, sometimes I do have to wonder, right? If say, like, no certain, like, civilization or no certain, like, kind of person had taken over the world, right? Imagine if no certain kind of person had taken over the world. I do wonder how mental health, like how do I call this? What's the word? I've forgotten the term for it. I don't know, just neurodiversity and mental health in general, right? I do wonder how it would be treated differently, right? Because we know that did the stream just die again? This is really bad timing. If it does die, come on. No. It better not die. AJ, please. AJ, please. Is the stream still alive? Okay, we're still good, it seems. It just says that it's unstable, and that's not good. What was I talking about? Mental health, right? It would be interesting to see how mental health would be handled if no certain kind of person had taken over the world, right? Because, like, as far as I can see, most people seem to have some kind of, like, ailment to them, right? And so, like, you know, you have to, like, mask it and stuff, right? And people do that, like, all the time, so that also makes it, like, hard to detect and things. So then we have a certain label for what we see as, like, what's quote-unquote normal, when honestly normal is probably one of the most rare things. Like, someone that's completely quote-unquote normal is probably the rarest thing that you'll ever see, right? It's, like, next to impossible, because everyone's got, like, some kind of thing to deal with, right? And so it just makes me wonder how things would be treated if no one had looked for, like, a certain kind, no one had tried to forge and look for a certain kind of person, right? I wouldn't know though, right? That's just a very interesting thought that I've had, right? Maybe I'll make a story out of it or something, and everyone's gonna be like, "This is weird as fuck. Why did you write it?" And I'm gonna be like, "Because I wanted to. Fuck off." That was quite rude. I'm sorry to the hypothetical people that I just sweared at. But honestly, maybe I'll use that if I can. If I can use that, I might use it for this one story called Neo, which is like, I know I've talked about it before, but I know that some people don't know about it, so I'll talk about it anyway. Neo is basically this city that's kind of like the United States, but worse and also better, right? It's really terrible there. It is absolutely awful, right? Like the whole class system, it is so stark and no one gives a shit. But at the same time, when it comes to like individual interactions between people, usually it tends to be pretty wholesome unless you come into contact with someone that's really fucked up, which usually tends to be the rich white guys, okay? We tend to make an emphasis on like my friend Andy, who's been writing Neo with me for like since I was like in the 9th grade or 10th grade. You know, it's a really fucked up story in itself. Like, it's not technically, I don't know, it's not like technically about the city itself. It does focus around a cast of characters, right? But the city itself is very interesting, to say the least. Like, it's just such an interesting setting, in my opinion. Like, the more dangerous places that you'll find will technically be the poorer places if you're just walking around. But it won't be super dangerous, you know? If you live there, then you'll probably be able to survive. You know, there's like a 1% chance some loon will go in and just murder your family, right? That's how fucked up it is. But overall, it would be a pretty good place to live in, and in this universe, it is possible to go up the ranks in, like, social hierarchy, but it's a lot more dangerous the higher up you go, okay? Because everyone's just at each other's throats up in the rich people area, right? And that's not even mentioning the political vigilantes, right? Like, say if you get a really rich guy that gets into the government and he's being a shithead, one of these vigilantes is bound to just take them down, you know? And it's just a really interesting concept, in my opinion, to see, like, that kind of disparity, like, that kind of duality, right? Between the city being horrible and stressful to live in, and then it just being, like, a kind of pretty neat place, you know? Everyone's gonna get abused just as much as everyone else, you know? Doesn't matter if you're, like, I mean, you might be I don't know how we do with, like, the targeting of, like, say, minorities, right? Like, I feel like it's only with certain people, right? It's not like it's the majority of the population of Neo is, like, homophobic or transphobic, right? But the minority that is incredibly violent, you know? So, like, but either way, you'll mostly get, like, pretty good defense off of, like, the streets. But that depends on, like, your luck, you know? That I feel like that's what it all comes down to when it comes to Neo, you know? You just have to be kind of lucky, you know? You just have to be kind of lucky. Because for the most part, people right around you are probably gonna understand, you know? Even if they're, like actual killers, right? You know? They can be a lot more chill than, say, someone that works at Wall Street or something. At the Neo equivalent of Wall Street. They're gonna be a lot more, like, people that, like, actually, like, do, like, hitmen or something, right? They're gonna be a lot more chill than people from, like, Wall Street or something, you know? That depends on if you're competition or not, too, of course, you know? There's like a whole set of circumstances. Yeah, you got some cocoa! JAJ. We could just have a little cocoa break. A little cocoa sip. Oh yeah, that's good cocoa. Do you have good cocoa, AJ? I hope you got some good cocoa. And I hope that the other viewers also get some good cocoa. I hope they have like some kind of nice drink. Whether it be hot cocoa, which is pretty bad for the weather that I'm in right now. It's quite hot. I am sweating. Which kind of makes me glad I don't have a face cam, because I don't know if y'all would be able to see it. Yes. But it is quite warm in here. So I hope that you guys have like weather appropriate drinks. Did the stream just die again? Did the stream just die again? Okay? Like, I don't know, whoever's got like, hey Space Bush, you got apple juice. Oh no, AJ, no, don't burn your tongue, that's not good. That is not good. But yeah, I guess, you know, that's kind of funny. For some reason, that makes me think that it kind of feels like a metaphor for Neo, right? Neo is like really hot cocoa. If you sip it too fast, you're gonna get burnt. Okay, it looks like the stream's fine, which is great. I'm glad you have apple juice, Space Bush. I am good. I'm glad. It is cold there, which is good to have hot cocoa for, AJ. That's very good that you have hot cocoa in cold weather. But yeah, I'm gonna say that Neo is kind of like hot chocolate, right? It's very pleasant, but you're gonna burn your tongue probably trying to drink it. That's a weird metaphor, but I think it makes sense. I text Andy about it, but like, ooh, what's this? What's going on here? Oh. I was looking at Discord. I was thinking of maybe having a... I don't know if the person's in chat right now. I was thinking of maybe... It just came out of the microwave. Oh, no. No, AJ. Your taste buds. Your taste buds, they died. They got burnt off momentarily. You know, that reminds me. So, I hear supposedly, Wilbur Soot, he can't taste things, like, or smell. I'm not sure about smell, but he can't, like, taste things. And so I assume that more implies smell, because, you know, your taste is very connected to, like, how you smell things, right? If you can't smell, then you can't really taste as much either. It's just cold. You're sensitive to weather. I totally get that. I need to make sure I'm connected to the right YouTube account when I upload this VOD. Because I noticed that... Jeez, where did that come from? That's another one. I noticed when I opened up YouTube today that it opened at my other account, which is supposed to be like my main account. You know, Wildfire 201X. Just a regular Wildfire 201X, right? And then there's Wildfire 201X VODs, which is where I put up all the stream VODs, because I think the stream VODs are enjoyable, right? Right. So, I need to make sure that I'm logged into that account and not the other account when I upload this VOD. I've barely gotten anything done. Which, I mean, that's kind of consistent to my usual streams. I don't know how good this looks. Man, oh, right, I was talking about Neo earlier. Neo is very interesting. I really want to get it done. 66 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know how cold that is for me. It would be very cold for me. Like, I can barely tolerate, like, on the air conditioning, like, let's say... What's the lowest that it can go? What's 28 degrees Fahrenheit in... I mean, not Fahrenheit, Celsius. I think that's the lowest that the air conditioning here can go. Celsius to Fahrenheit. 80 degrees. So yeah, that would be quite cold for me. 60 degrees Fahrenheit, that would be quite cold. Actually, let me see. What is the lowest that my air conditioning here can go? Let me put this down real quick. I'll be right back. I'm gonna check. So the lowest that it goes to is 17 degrees Celsius, which is, let's find out. 17, which is 62 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so that's kind of chilly, you know? That's like pretty chilly for me. Sorry. Oh shoot, I almost killed the stream. That is some good hot chocolate. So yeah, the lowest that my air conditioning can go is 62 degrees Fahrenheit. I will need to get some warm clothes if I ever go to visit you. When I go to visit you. It'll be eventually. Eventually, I'll go visit you. I don't know when, though. I really want to, like, go around the world and see people and see things. I would love to get, like, tours from people that live around there, because that would be really fun. Because that'd be really fun. Thank you. I think it makes a lot more sense to see people just be like, yeah, this is a thing that happens here. And I'll be like, whoa! And then they'll be like, hey, that is pretty cool, isn't it? You know? Those little things. Those little mundane things that you never quite take note of until some weird foreigner comes along and says, whoa! You know? Does that make sense? I feel like that's really charming. Short trousers and a tee with a zip-up hoodie. The thing is, I don't know if the air conditioning actually gets to, like, that actual 62 degrees Fahrenheit. Like, if it gets the environment to that actual 62 degrees Fahrenheit. Because the thing about these air conditioning system things is that, you know, tropical area, it's humid, the rooms are also pretty big, the rooms that it has to cover, so I don't know if it ever gets to that temperature,